Hi, welcome to Best Friends. It's summertime. Well, maybe not officially, but it's coming very soon. And boy, has it ever been warm. Our officers are out jumping from car to car trying to deal with dogs left in temperatures that are rising quickly to 150 degrees inside. So please do your pet a favor and check the temperatures and forecasts before you let them accompany you wherever it is that you're going, because accidents happen, and this could be a real problem for the dog and obviously for you. So be aware. That's just part of it. Being aware is most of the battle, really. Also, needed to let you know that we have more unusual animals this week than we do our normal cats and dogs. So we're going to start out today with a little guinea pig. This is a little male tricolor. He likes being held, which is always a big plus. Guinea pigs are often starter pets, and people don't give them much credit for personality because they're facial expressions don't change much, but believe me, they do have personalities. They have a lot of personality, and they're very cuddly creatures. Of course, they're also food chained, so sudden movements and things like that can startle them. And if you have a youngster who is looking for a first pet, you would have to monitor them carefully unless you have a very gentle child who would leave the animal on the ground most of the time, because they are fairly fragile. And obviously, in a home where you have dogs and cats and other animals, you have to watch carefully, because the little guys are apparently tasty when you're a dog. Very nice guinea. This is a gerbil. Are we on? This is a gerbil. He's a rather unusual color for a gerbil, I think. I'm not an expert with gerbils. I find them to be fascinating little creatures, but they often are kind of nippy. And so while people get them frequently for small children, it's not the best first pet because, you know, they do bite. This one is a silver, and I think it's just extremely attractive. These little guys are desert animals by nature, and tend to be pretty tidy about their housing. This one is very interested because I was cleaning his wall, and he thought that was pretty fun. Also, I believe this one has housing that comes with him. I'm not crazy about aquarium housing. It's certainly better than nothing, but for a little guy like this. But it doesn't allow for as much air circulation as it probably should. And when they're inside 4 glass walls and have a floor that doesn't drain, then sometimes odors get to be a little much for them. Their sense of smell and, of course, their proximity to that odor is more than we would understand. So, cute little fella. What a great little face. This is a beautiful little female domestic bunny. She's a great favorite with our little kids because she likes being petted on her back, and she likes for her ears to be petted, which is kind of interesting for a rabbit. Can you turn around, sweetheart? She says, no. There. I know, it's a camera. Scary thing, huh? I think so too. Anyway, our rabbits are $15. We do work with a local veterinarian to have bunnies spayed or neutered, so we can help you with that information, and at a fairly decent price too. So if you are interested in a bunny, come see us. What a pretty girl. This is Mochi. Mochi is a dove. She is specifically a Eurasian collared dove, which is technically an invasive species, I think. But they seem to tame very well. And this one, as you can see, is very easy to handle, although most doves really are. And is just a very personable lady. She has a house that has a nest available in it. She has a lovely voice, very calming, very soothing. If you are a nervous person, this would be a great pet for you. She would be very susceptible if there are cats in the household, and of course we never place birds in households where members smoke. Right. What a sweet girl. Another one of my favorite, I'm not going to call this a miscellaneous pet because it is no more miscellaneous than any other pet is. This is a ferret. This is a little girl ferret. She is absolutely adorable. She is snuggly. She is a hunter. I have a very good friend who describes ferrets as hairy snakes. That's true. The legs are just kind of incidental on a ferret, but they certainly are not reptiles. They definitely are mammals. They are, what they are is weasels, and they come with all of the wonderful attributes of any weasel. They have ferret kisses. Love it. You can actually rehydrate a ferret this way. Anyway, they are one of my more favorite pets because a ferret can make you laugh when absolutely nothing else in the world can make you laugh. They're just natural-born clowns. They don't jump. They do climb very effectively. They hide things. They're very inquisitive. And you have to be very careful if you have a ferret and somebody in the area gets a gerbil or a hamster because they will kill them. It's just what they do. They're weasels. But you have to love them for what they are. And that's easy to do because I think they're wonderful. We don't have very many cats today, but the ones that we have are absolutely unique and very special. This guy is a neutered male. We had him neutered. And he's also a polydactyl, as you can see, as he needs his little boxing glove paws on the towel. My goodness, those feet are huge. He looks like he's wearing snowshoes. Yes. Are you the abominable snowman in your off hours? Guess you're kind of the wrong fur color for that, but anyway, very, very affectionate cats, very well socialized, very snuggly, and as you can see, not afraid of a whole lot. Probably would be great cats, this one in particular for a young child. They're awfully big, so probably not one that you would want to pick up and carry around, but certainly isn't all that frightened of children either. And really loves being petted. Half the battle, right there. If they really like people, and these do, then the rest is easy. true cat looking for a heat source. You are beautiful. We do not know their names, and so whoever adopts them gets to supply their own name. And I would rather imagine that as long as it's accompanied by food, they'll learn it very quickly. This is another neutered male, an absolutely beautiful tabby pattern. Look at that, just gorgeous. And he has opposable thumbs, so watch out for those screens and things. They can lift them off. I have a cat who had opposable thumbs, and he opened doors and cabinets and screens and probably did everything except, forge checks, and definitely a unique ability in a cat. You also have to watch this because when they scratch where they would normally wear down their claws, the claws on these toes that are not included in a normal paw don't extend, and so they can grow back into the cat's pad, and you have to watch them carefully and make sure that they stay trimmed to avoid that, because it can cause a really painful and nasty infection if it pierces that pad. And it's uncomfortable to walk like that anyway, so just something to be aware of. Isn't he a handsome, handsome boy? Every home needs a brown tabby. Every home. And this is the third cat, also a neutered male. This is a medium hair, very good condition, excellent shape, just a lovely, lovely cat. Very purry, and he does make decisions about whether or not he likes the human. However, he doesn't do anything other than avoid if he chooses not to be your friend. Look at his whiskers. Is that amazing? The other name for whiskers is vibrissae. They are actually separate sense organs. And you'll notice that cats that are kind of chunky have longer whiskers because it tells them when it's safe to get through an opening. If their whiskers touch at the ends, then they won't chance it. Very highly sensitive organs that people pretty much take for granted since we don't have anything that's similar at all. That's why sometimes when a cat is having difficulty eating, you need to check the width of the bowl, because if the bowl hits their whiskers at the edge, they're reluctant to eat out of it. So as long as they have a nice flat area where they can get their face into it without being a problem for their whiskers, they're more likely to eat. Doesn't look like this one's missed many meals, so that isn't a problem for him. Reminding you that Clear the Clutter for the Critters, isn't that a great event name? We love this event because it's just your donations. If you take them to the Lacey Bayou Village from June 19th through the 21st and put Animal Services on the bag, then we get credit for the weight of that bag, and it raises money for the animals. So great, easy for you to clean out your closet, easy way for the animals to have a little bit of money for food and vet care and so forth. And almost anything counts. Men's and women's and children's clothing and shoes and scarves and ties and purses and handbags and backpacks and blankets and pillows and kitchen linens and bath linens and tablecloths and curtains, fabric, yarn, sewing items, sheets, books, and small household items. So anything that's cluttering your living space may be something that will help the animals. Why not? I know I plan to do that. Stay with me. We have dogs to talk about. This is a 3.5-month-old boxer-ish puppy who is just as boxer as he can be. He uses his front paws. He is just outgoing and charming and loving and incredibly energetic. Has to have a securely fenced yard or he will be blocks away, trust me. And he has an injured hind leg. It isn't an injury that is going to require any kind of surgery at this point. It's something that a new owner would want to watch, however, and we would recommend that you consider getting some kind of veterinary insurance, simply because we don't know what the future might hold for this little guy. He's doing beautifully right now, but this is the kind of injury that could cause some difficulty later. See how alert and interested he is? Absolutely a dog you're going to want to take through training so that you can live with him. He doesn't have very many boundaries. Do you? No, you don't. You are just as cute as a button. Very personable little guy. Yes, he is. Very personable. This is Pearl. Pearl has been with us for quite a long time. She is an older girl. Show them your best side, darling. She does have a thing about other dogs in her home. It isn't that she's particularly dog aggressive or even reactive, but she doesn't like sharing her human with another dog. So be aware of that. She is a bully breed, so she needs a fence, and she needs a human who accepts the kinds of joys and responsibility that come with owning a bully breed. Pearl is definitely an incredible dog. She is gentle and soft and very easy to get along with. Yes, her is. And her's an old girl. But that's okay, because she's a really wonderful girl, too. The medical waiver has to do with her age, and she does have some lipomas, which are very typical of most older dogs. None of them are a problem. We've had them checked by vets, and they're fine. They're just there. And those of us who share her malady of getting older understand that it's just the way things are. Anyway, Pearl really needs a home. We've had her for months and months, and she is an adorable dog. Already spayed, everything's done. Very easy care. She just needs somebody to love, and hopefully to love her back. Well, I thought we had one more dog to show you, but it was adopted while we were filming the other two. So I guess we'll just go on here. This is my last show. I will be retiring as Director of Animal Services at the end of this month. And I want you to know how very much I've enjoyed visiting with you over the past 15 years. I definitely would say it's been a high point in every day that I've been able to do this. So I want to make sure that you know that I don't do this alone. On the other end of the camera is a very talented John Cook, who is a marvelous photographer and over the years has shown you the very best of our animals, and it's not always so easy to do. Then we also have Heather, who helps with the dogs, and Wilma, who helps with the cats, and a variety of other shelter staff who fill in when they need to. Possibly I will join you again in future, but this is a duty that I think should fall to the new director of animal services, whomever that lucky individual may be. And I can tell you honestly that there is absolutely no way I would call this anything but a blessing. I've had a wonderful career here. I've loved what I do, and I've loved being able to help the hundreds and hundreds of animals that we have been able to assist. And the show itself has helped us gather homes for many, many, many wonderful pets. So, see ya around.